Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 4, and the chapter name is Thinkers, Beliefs, and the Buildings. Students, in this chapter we will go on a long journey across the thousand years to read about the philosophers and their attempts to understand the world they usually inhabitate. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to cover the following points: a glimpse of Sachi and the background. In the background, we will read sacrifices and the debates. And under the heading of glimpse of Sachi, we are going to know more about it. Basically, the most wonderful ancient buildings in the state of Bhopal are the Sachi Kankhera, a small village under the brow of hill, some of 20 miles northeast of Bhopal. Okay, if you travel from Delhi to Bhopal by train, you will see a majestic stupa complex on top of the hill, and if you climb up the hill, then you can see a complex of structure, a large mound, and other monuments, including a temple built in the 5th century. Um, Buildings of Sachi Kankhera are the most wonderful ancient building in the state of Bhopal, and Buddhist, Jain, and Brahminical text, monument, and inscription are some of the important sources of the age of Sirsa, 600 BCE to 600 CE. It means almost for 1000 years study. And here I would like to tell you that what happened in 19th century, Europeans, basically scholars, okay, and some historians, they wanted the stupas, some of the monuments, sculpture, picular walls of the stupas, take along with them to their country. They were so much amazed with the work done here in these stupas, in that particular buildings. But what happened? The rulers of Bhopal, like Shahjahan Begum and her successor Sultan Jahan Begum, provided money for the preservation of this ancient site. And you can see at the back, in the background, pic of Shahjahan Begum. And this is a Buddhist site, okay, where these archaeologists used to discover more and more information about the Buddhism and Buddha. One of the most important Buddhist centers, the discovery of the Sachi, has vastly transformed our understanding of early Buddhism. Okay, if they would not have been seen, then how it would be possible for us to know more about the Buddhism or their existence? So today it stands testimony as a proof, okay, to the successful restoration and the preservation of a key archaeological site by the Archaeological Survey of India. Under the heading of the background, sacrifice and debates, we must know about the existed earlier societies like Vedical societies and Brahmical setups and all. So while we will be focusing on the Buddhism, basically this chapter is based on the Buddhism. Later on, we will find more about the Buddhism, but now for the time being we are starting with the background. It is important to remember that this tradition, which tradition means like Buddhism, did not develop in isolation. There were several other traditions, each engaged in debates and dialogues with the others. Okay, so you must understand that no ideology, no philosophy can exist in isolation. It must need some background references, okay, to develop. So I have given some brief notes over the background sacrifice and debates for you here, because in the book it's in a very in a very elaborated way, topic wise, point wise, and I have here I have sum up for you. So please try to understand it carefully. The mid first millennium BCE is often regarded as a turning point in the world of history, as it saw the emergence of thinkers, and they tried to understand the mysteries of the existence and the relationship between human beings and the cosmic order. This was also the time when new kingdoms and sites were developing and the life of the humans were changing. The early Vedic traditions, religious belief, and the practice were known from Rig Veda. Okay, the time Buddhism and the Buddha era, that it was in the means under the developing circumstances and the time period. The existing time period was the Rigvedic Kalin period, Vedic Kalic period, and it was very tough for the common man. Rigveda consists of hymns which were chanted when sacrifices were performed, and where the people prayed for their well-being. At first, these sacrifices were performed collectively, and then were divided into groups, and this condition made the way of common people very pathetic. And the reason they went into the shelter of the Buddhism to just get rid of all these customs of Vedic culture, and many ideas found in the Upanishads show that the people were curious about the meaning of the life and the possibility of a life after the death. And those questions which were arising at that time, so thinkers, basically, who are the thinkers? Buddha, Jain, Mahavira, and the other previous 24 thinkers were considered to express the nature of the ultimate reality. On the other, some people question the existence of the nature of the ultimate reality. So Buddhist texts mention as many as 64 sects or schools of the thought. So what will be the consequences? Consequences will be turning out as debates. So debates took place in the Shala, um, literally a hut with a pointed roof. At the last of this lecture, we are seeing these two peak of Mahavira and Gautama Buddha. They questioned the authority of the Vedas. They also emphasized the individual's agencies. Individual's agency means a common people can get the spiritual powers and all the knowledge by by his own efforts, and he doesn't need to take any support from any Brahmin and the Vedic culture. And this was a sharp contrast to the Brahminical position, where an individual's existence was thought to be determined by his or her birth in a specific caste or gender. Students, here we finish our chapter, and further topics we will continue in next videos. So till then, take care.